Hello, I'm Robert Fowler. I want to talk to you about an Article 5 convention. All of the presidential candidates are cowards. Virtually all Americans do not know what all the Democratic and Republican presidential candidates know. It is one of the best kept secrets ever. There is a piece of the U.S. Constitution that has been consistently disobeyed by the federal government during the entire history of the country. This is it in a nutshell. Article 5 says that if 2/3 of state legislatures request Congress for a convention to propose constitutional amendments, then Congress shall call such a convention. But no such amendment convention has ever been created, even though there have been over 500 such state legislature requests from all 50 states. Congress has always refused to call an Article 5 convention, despite the one and only specified requirement in the Constitution being fulfilled. All of the amendments that have been made to the Constitution have been proposed by Congress, the other specified route in Article 5. Clearly, Congress has never wanted to share power, and note that whether a proposed constitutional amendment is initiated by Congress or an Article 5 convention, it faces exactly the same ratification requirement by states. Over the years, there have been countless attempts to get an Article 5 convention, but virtually all organized special interests on the political left and the political right have opposed a convention. People and groups with political power, usually because they have enough money to influence and corrupt the members of Congress, are afraid of an Article 5 convention. Why? Because once Congress calls a convention, the federal government, Congress, the White House, the Supreme Court, and the President have no control over the convention. State delegates to the convention are free to consider whatever they want. One tactic used by the power elites to prevent an Article 5 convention is to relentlessly communicate this propaganda. They lie and say that such a convention would be a runaway convention and could destroy the stability of our government and turn the Constitution upside down, or write a totally new one. These are lies. In truth, all an Article 5 convention can do is propose amendments. They would have to be ratified by 3/4 of the states, just like amendment proposals by Congress. And just imagine how much media coverage there would be of the nation's first Article 5 convention. No convention would ever stand a chance of proposing truly nutty amendments. We the people have a constitutional right to an Article 5 convention. Why did the framers of the Constitution put the Article 5 convention option in their brilliant political document? They feared that eventually the American public would lose faith in the federal government, and that the people needed some way to create laws to solve problems that the government had failed to resolve. And boy, do we ever need a convention today. Considering all the problems that Congress has failed to effectively address, an Article 5 convention is a way to strengthen American democracy and not threaten it. So I keep waiting for a presidential candidate to stand up and say that the framers were correct and that we need an Article 5 convention. I am especially disappointed that the long-shot candidates that many people think are rebels have not taken a public stand in favor of an Article 5 convention. I am thinking especially of Ron Paul, Mike Gravel, and Dennis Kucinich, and how refreshing it would be if better-known candidates like John McCain, John Edwards, Barack Obama, and Hillary Clinton had the guts to speak up. Remember, Congress has silently and persistently violated our sacred Constitution. Just in case you think the Article 5 convention idea is insignificant, I want you to know that Abraham Lincoln and Dwight D. Eisenhower both explicitly supported it. Here's what Eisenhower said. Through their state legislatures and without regard to the federal government, the people can demand a convention to propose amendments that can and will reverse any trends they see as fatal to a true representative government. In case you are wondering, federal courts, including the Supreme Court, have refused to make Congress obey the Constitution. So now you know about the best-kept secret about how awful our federal government really is. If you want to learn more about the Article 5 Convention issue, go to www.foavc.org and become a member of the Friends of the Article 5 Convention. The nation's first Article 5 Convention could do wonders in motivating millions of disgusted Americans to become politically engaged citizens. This is based on an article by Joel S. Hirschhorn, who wrote Delusional Democracy, and you can read more about this book at www.delusionaldemocracy.com. You can find out more about the Article 5 Convention at www.foavc.org, and you can find other articles pertaining to the convention and clean elections at www.helpchangeamerica.com. Thank you.